what we're fascinated to see is a team that lines up for England against Prime Minister's 11 next week. In this 2-day game starting November 29th. It's a day-night game with the pink ball. I think we'll see, really, as much as McCullum and Stokes have been so defiant outwardly to the media in the aftermath of the drubbing it took, I think internally, obviously, they'll know that wasn't good enough. And I wonder if they actually will go back on their word a little bit and just see and pick some of the top 5 batsmen, you could say, for England, and if any of them will actually play in that pink ball match, because that's obviously excellent preparation for the second test, which I'd like to have Pat Cummins back in the mix as well, although I think Hazelwood will not play from what I understand. But it'll be very interesting to see that, because I think McCullum and Stokes will know what happened was an absolute disgrace yesterday and it wasn't good enough. A lot of people paid a lot of money to go out there, and they'll continue to be there as well and support that team. But I really feel like now McCullum will look at it and think, well, because I think he was the one that kind of said, well, we'll look at the situation, maybe we'll put a couple of guys into that side. I don't expect the whole top 5 to play, although I would like that to happen genuinely, because it's obviously excellent preparation for that second test. But I think Crawley has to play. I think Zach Crawley must play that day-night game. He has to play it. I'd also tell Joe Root to play as well. I'd also tell Joe Root, maybe Duckett, Brook, Pope. I'd like Pope to play, but I think Crawley and Root must play that day, that game. They must go in with some form going into that second test. They need every run from that top 7 that's capable of, if they're going to have a chance to get back into this test match. But I'm just very interested. If they play that Lions team in its entirety and not any of the main test guys that line up that first test, we will know where McCullum and Stokes are at, and we'll know really they're just simply so pig-headed that there's not even any level of introspection within the ranks, within that dressing room. Think, actually, you know what, we need to maybe get some of these guys some more proper match practice, proper conditions, not that bullshit Lila kill against the wrong guys. There's just too much of an insular, cultish feel to this setup. There needs to be some acknowledgement of what's going on around them. There has to be that. Otherwise, it's just like it's like that mate said to me, like, it's cult-like. It is cult-like. It does feel like that. I think they need to get off the high horse and realise if they get back to the series, they've worked so hard to get here in the first place, and all roads have led to this for the last 2 years, that they go 2-0 down, which I think they will anyway. But I think if they lose the second test match, but they've sent guys to play in that warm-up match next week, fans will be less pissed off. They'll be okay with it. If they don't send any guys and they get waxed again, I think the fans will be baying for blood.